Well, I'm going to be the spokesperson and the presenter, but at this time I'd like to ask everyone that Bill Couch has touched your lives, you've worked with, we're going to present this to him as a group. So please come on up. Bill, I'd like to say hello to you. Holly is sending this back to the nursing home where Bill's at. And hopefully you still got your party going on. He said they were dropping like flies a while ago. So we need to speed it up. But I want to present this on behalf of this group, since Bill can't be here, to Willie and Christy, which they're going to speak here in a minute. But I want to ad-lib a little bit. For more than 5 decades, which for you Cowboys, that's 50 years. Okay. Bill Couch has been a vocal and effective voice for the beef industry, including Simmental, his chosen breed. He began his affinity for beef cattle when he was a youth in 4-H, a passion that remained strong throughout his life. Just for your information, when Bill Couch was 14 years old, he looked just like Willie does now. He was a big, stout kid, and that was his football. And his uncle, those of you who are familiar with the Midwest, Illinois has county fair things that they pay open show premium money. And Bill's uncle would haul him over to Illinois with a string of cattle, and he had to earn enough money to keep going from one to the other, or he came home. And so he learned at an early age that he needed to win prize money in order to keep going down the road. As a young man, he established Couch's custom fitting service and fitted dozens of show champions throughout the nation. Now, that's when those of us who worked for Bill Couch during the custom fitting service days, please raise your hand. And he had an innovative way of doing that, is that we didn't get paid much, but he got us involved in the Simmental business. And we usually bought a calf or something here or there, and then we would haul those with us and put those in sales across the nation. I told the story to somebody the other day. I bought my first Simmental in 1975 at one of his sales for $750, and I sold her bull calf here for $6,000. And I was excited. So I was a Simmental breeder from then on. Then in 1983, he began a 20-year career as an accomplished ranch manager, overseeing large operations in Stephenville, Texas, and Hillsboro, Texas. Those of you who worked for him, are there any of you that worked for him in those? Roger, those guys aren't here, Roger Allen and Chan, you worked down in that country? Yeah, they can tell you tremendous stories about down in there. And so after he did that, then he went to Express Ranches. I got to tell you a couple stories about that. Is that when he first got the job at Express, it was right after Focus 2000. And Bill had the wrong kind of Simmental cattle. And think about this. He had 10 donors lined up. They were flushing them every 60 days for $5,000 a round. And when Focus 2000 happened, that just shut that down. So he had to go get a job. So he found this Express Ranch deal, and he wanted me to go down there with him. So it started out here, and we went to a sale, a limousine sale up north. And I knew this deal at Express was going to work because it was me and Bill and Mr. Funk, the owner of Express Ranches in the Yukon. And Bill said, well, Mr. Funk, I want to buy some of these black limousine cattle at this sale. How much money do we have to spend? And Mr. Funk looked at Bill and he said, well, Bill, if we need to own them, just buy them. And I'm in the back going, yes. Because I knew when he was a smart enough man to give Bill Couch the reins to be able to develop those cattle. And he took that. When Bill went there were 200 cows. And Mr. Funk's goal was to be the largest seed stock producer in the United States. And at one time when Bill was there, they had 4,000 cows, and I think now they're at 2,000. And it was during that period that he also established his own C-Bar cattle company, which focused on production of purebred Simmental cattle. I think that's where Christy and Willie benefited from through the establishment of that C-Bar. And I wanted to share one other story about his custom fitting service and how adept in cattleman he was. A high roller out of California flew him out to California and wanted him to take a bull that he had to go show on the show road. And Bill got to California, and they were going through the pastures, and they looked at that bull, and he was looking around, and he said, well, I don't really care for the one that you wanted me to look at, but I want to take that one back there. The guy looked at him and thought he was crazy because that bull had a chin ball marker and a penal block in it. He was his Gomer bull. He took him back to Indiana and he became a national champion. That's the kind of eye that Bill Couch has for cattle. And he has helped each and every one of us with that eye. And I'll guarantee you I wouldn't be here without Bill Couch. He saved me from oblivion and got me started and taught me a lot. Man of many talents, he has been a devoted father. I got to tell you this quick story. When they came back from Texas, Willie was 5 years old, and Bill started showing cattle again. And he'd been with Willie every day at the ranch in Texas because Willie was too young to go to school. And we were loading up and going to go to Denver. And Willie was bawling his eyes out. And it wasn't very far down the road that Bill had to stop, and he made arrangements. And I told Willie, I think he almost beat us here. But Willie vaguely remembers that they flew him out here to Denver when he was 5 years old because Bill couldn't stand to be without him. And a grandfather now, and a friend to his neighbors and fellow breeders. His expertise and advice was widely sought by progressive cattlemen of many breeds. In recognition of these contributions and service, this certificate and plaque signifying entry into the Golden Book of the World Simmental Fleckvieh Federation is awarded on this 17th day of January 2016. Bill, this is for you. You guys, Willie's wife, you guys, Christy will introduce him, and Christy's husband.
Well, thank you all so much for this honor tonight. For my entire life, I have been known first as Bill Couch's daughter, and then later as Willie Couch's sister. And truly, there are very few honors that I could have that would be greater than that. From the time Willie and I were born, we have known that the cattle industry was such an important part of our dad's life, and specifically the people in the Simmental breed. It's more than a friendship, it's more than a business, it's definitely a family. And that's something that has been so evident from the time that this award was announced, when we got the first phone call from Brian about Dad receiving this award. And the outpouring of support and the work that people have gone to make sure that Dad can see this presentation tonight, it truly just exemplifies just how important this breed is and how truly this is a family, and we appreciate that so much. No one tried harder than Dad to get Dad here. For those of you that know Dad, you know he doesn't like to miss a Denver, and he sure tried hard to get here. And so we so appreciate Holly and our family at home for making sure that Dad could see this presentation tonight. For anyone that knows Willie, you won't be surprised that I could not bribe him or blackmail him enough to get him to speak on this microphone. But it is such an honor for us to have Willie's wife Tracy and my husband Craig here with us too. to be able to accept this award for Dad. Willie called Dad earlier and asked him what words he would like shared on his behalf today. And what I can say on the microphone anyway. He just wanted to be sure that you all knew how important you are. Brian, thank you for organizing this. He has so many stories. He's traveled so many miles with so many people up here. And so many people that have gone before. And it's something that he cherishes so much. And this is truly an honor for our entire family. It's something that we're going to cherish forever. And thank you very much to everyone.